We are in Kirkland, Washington, about to begin the quest for a world championship at the Junior League Softball World Series. We start pool playoff with the Europe-Africa representative from Czechia against the Southeast region representative from North Carolina. Pool play is where we are right now in the process. You play everybody in your pool once, and then the top 4 teams from each pool will eventually advance to bracket play later in the week. I'm Sam Gore, along with Kinsey Fowler, ready to begin the process of crowning a world champion. Always an exciting time. The coaches out meeting with the umpires right now. We were delayed, I guess, about 45 minutes because of rain, and so now the field's just nice, soft. Everything's good.
Yeah, we're just building the anticipation and welcoming our all-volunteer umpire crew.
Yeah. We'll be seeing a lot of these guys all week. As Kinsey mentioned, umpires are volunteers and do a fantastic job. They'll be changing their positions around throughout the day. We'll have 3 games on this field, and there's another field going on here at the Everest Park complex with 3 games over there. So it is full on now as the team from Czechia. We're in the purple today against a North Carolina team representing the Southeast region.
Looks like both teams were getting ready to do the exchange of gifts when you meet a team for the first time, but I think typically this is something you do after the game, and so just a little bit of confusion there. They were ready to go, like, we've got gifts for you guys, you have gifts for us, let's exchange those gifts.
Yeah, with the rain, I think, has thrown off the pregame rhythm as it typically is, so we had a nice downpour here, and crew locally did a great job to get the field ready. So we were only delayed about 45 minutes. This game was supposed to start about 47 minutes ago. And Addison Louder, nickname is Dozer, in the circle for the North Carolina team.
I'm loving the nickname already, and you got to be watching the pitchers early in a World Series like this, because it's always about who can set the tone in the first day, in the first game. It's a very long week, but you want to make sure you're stepping your team in the right foot.
This North Carolina team's interesting because most of the players here in Kirkland were actually in Warner Robins last year competing as the representative for the Southeast region in the Little League softball region. And they've decided to stay and move up, and now here they are in the World Series. This is a look at the Czechia team, and Ova is going to have a great day.
And Ova is going to have a great day, that's right. You see the deep lineup, you can bat as many as 14, but it is a continuous batting lineup, so Czechia batting 13, a long lineup there.
They advanced here beating their longtime rival from Prague, and then went to Italy and took out the defending host nation to set up this appearance in Kirkland. Last year we had the Italians here. This year it's a team from Czechia. And obviously, I would think that it's a lot of fun on this first day because you really don't know much about your opponents at all. It's just kind of, let's see what they got.
Yeah, it's opening day. Everyone's hopes are so high. The fans and the parents, friends and families that have traveled to be here are just, the energy's through the roof.
Both, all the teams yesterday got to have a parade and watch a local celebrity game. So all these teams have been mingling socially, but now it's their first look on the field at each other. And Rosaria Struskova up to bat now. Goes after the first pitch. First pitch is a strike. Struskova, 14 years of age. Goes after the second pitch as well. Struskova, the batter, comes from a big baseball family. She has family members that play minor league baseball here in the U.S. as well as they're on the Czech national team in that sport. 3 pitches, 3 strikes, 1 out.
What did I say about setting the tone? She's bringing the velocity. Louder is just working the outer half. You can see the spin, the righty working that curveball away from Struskova. Big K to open this thing up.
Nella Vistieva up to bat now. Oh, Louder.
Loving it.
4 strikes to start the game. Vistieva up to bat. Strike 2.
You can hear the pop of the mitt from Kylie Turner, her catcher.
And how about these Czechia hitters? They're swinging. Swinging away. Whew. So when was the last time you saw 6 straight pitches, 2 outs?
Man, can she do it again? We'll see, but what a start.
All right, well, she's going to get a different look now, Louder. First lefty batter. Korbova up to bat now. Same result.
Look at the game face. She's locked in.
That's the first contact made. Stays fair. Throw over to first is good by Tiziana Guzman. But the dozer mowing down Czechia in the top of the first. Well, back here in Kirkland, after a really good start by Addison Louder in the circle, North Carolina comes up to bat now. And here's a look at their lineup. Again, a lot of these players played for the Southeast Region title last year in Warner Robins and moved up and are now representing the Southeast Region here in the Junior League World Series.
You see the pitcher, Addison Louder, she's going to be in that 3 spot. How dominant she was defensively, we'll see her swing a big bat offensively.
And Adela Dozialova will be in the circle for Czechia, number 1. Talking to her catcher, Struskova.
This is their ace. So we wanted to start this World Series with your best look, and it's Adela in the circle.
Rylan Langley coming up to bat. Langley, the batter, good friends with the pro baseball players, the Seeger family, one of them Kyle, former Mariners player here in the Seattle area. That's outside. So 2-0 to Langley. Trying to get that outside corner, 3-0. Again, these are 7-inning games in Junior League softball. So Langley will head down to first. And the first walk of the game. North Carolina with a runner on. Tiziana Guzman up to bat. Guzman, almost 5'9", one of the taller players for this North Carolina team. She was on the team that went to Warner Robins last year at the Little League level. And she said that this year they called the season the Revenge Tour. They did not win the Southeast region last year.
Right now, if you're North Carolina, I'm taken until you see Czech Republic give you a strike. That last pitch a little bit closer was probably the best offering we've seen so far, but just early in the game, you want to keep all of that pressure on the pitcher.
3-0 runner stays at first. Langley's the base runner for North Carolina at first base. 3-0. Dozialova still looking for her first strike of the game. And gets it.
I'm still going to be pretty picky here. 3-1 count. The first strike that we've seen.
Throw down to first after the strike called, not in time, so Dozialova's worked the count back to full now. That is lifted up to shortstop, and it drops just beyond the shortstop head. But they get the force at second because the runner had to delay at first. So 1 out.
Would have loved to have seen Langley at first base take a couple of steps towards second base. She was standing at first base when that ball dropped, and I think that's why she was out. If she had been a little bit more aggressive in her lead, it could have been a better situation for North Carolina with the runner in scoring position.
So Addison Louder, the pitcher, up to bat now for North Carolina. Actually threw a perfect game earlier this year. And he wants to play in the AUSL. Gets by the catcher. Guzman will have no trouble taking second. So Guzman in scoring position for North Carolina. Louder has home run potential. Took a strike on the outside corner. Louder sends that into left field, and it is caught. Vishiova makes the catch. Nice catch out in left after a hard hit fly ball.
The ball was smoked. And if this ball gets by Vishiova, it's the first run of the ball game. Good extension, gets it in quick.
So 2 outs, North Carolina with a runner in scoring position. Here's Lindsay Murillo. She's got her helmet on, but her teammates voted her best hair. Can't really see it.
Hey, in a sport like softball, that's a big honor.
She's got some good braids going on. Fouls that off. She's got the double braid.
The bubble braids, that's what we call those.
Double bubble braid.
Yeah, double bubble.
First look at the sun today. Outside, 2-1. It's been a cloudy, drizzly morning here in Kirkland, Washington. Very comfortable outside, though. The temperatures 63 degrees, and that is hit down the left field line. It will score 1. Murillo is heading to second. And we'll stop at second base, but North Carolina leads 1-0.
A little two-out rally here for North Carolina. And look at how Lindsay Murillo goes down to get this pitch on the inner half and just drills it down the line. I would have been sending Guzman whether that ball got past the Shalova out in left field or not.
And Murillo is in scoring position at second base. Batter is Sawyer Buff. Sawyer has been so good defensively for this North Carolina team this year. Batting in the 5 spot in the batter's batting order. Good job by the catcher, Struskova, behind the plate. Bunt is down and drifts foul.
I love it. Great idea.
Little 2-out bunt.
Yeah.
Again, runner in scoring position for North Carolina. Buff behind in the count, 1-2. It's outside. Runner's going to go to third. Murillo safe at third. Base hit will score that runner.
Just got to put it in play here if you're Buff.
Choking up on that bat. Right back up the middle, run will score. RBI single for Buff. North Carolina leads 2-0.
Well, this inning started with a leadoff walk, but it has been some really solid contact from this North Carolina offense. This is the third swing where we have seen just really hard-hit balls, whether it's up the middle, down the line, in the gap. And the second run scored with 2 outs.
Lindley Knutson, the batter. Runner is at first for North Carolina now, and that's Sawyer Buff. Just the bottom of the first inning. Good pitch, throw down to first. Knutson fouls it back. Knutson, they can also go to her in the circles. She struck out 12 batters in a game earlier this year. Wants to be a general surgeon one day, Dr. Knutson. And that is sliced into right field, but right at Dinkova. Nice catch, and that will send North Carolina back out into the field. But North Carolina scores 2 runs in their first at bat. Look at downtown Kirkland yesterday. Downtown was rocking. All 10 teams were down there and having some fun. Eventually culminated in a celebrity softball game. So the whole town really comes out and supports this event. And Addison Louder, 8 pitches in the top of the first.
And 8 strikes. Did not
Is that
throw a
good?
ball. See if she can keep it up. That's a high standard to set in the first inning.
Fun to watch her work. And we'll see if the Czechia batters are able to make some adjustments here. Dostalova, the batter. She's 15 years old, 5'11", one of the taller players in this entire World Series, just under 6 feet tall. Her father was a Paralympian in swimming, high jump, javelin, downhill skiing. She has home run power as well. She's hit home runs this year over the fence. That is hit sharply at short. Junker makes the throw, 1 down. Good D.
I'm loving the cleats. Little mismatched action there.
Yeah.
Got a pink one and a teal one. I'm looking out to North Carolina, and there's a couple of teammates for North Carolina that have 2 different colored cleats.
You think they just switched them?
Well, I'm looking at Steffman at second base, so I'm wondering
that's what I
if
mean.
they are sharing them.
Yeah,
I mean, if you're going to do a shortstop, second base combination, that's the way to go.
that is pretty cool. Nice bunt. Good job by Guzman. So 2 outs. Good D over there at third by Tiziana Guzman. Friends call her Tizzy.
I think this North Carolina team just wants to get back in that dugout and keep swinging it.
Zenita Makowska up to bat now. She also can be in the circle for them eventually. She's a lefty, pitches lefty as well. Outside.
Oh, that's the first ball from Addison Louder. It was a good run.
Showing some humanity. Yeah, that was an incredible start. Wow. Right back to throwing strikes. Makovska up to bat. Czechia looking for their first hit, but it will not come at this at bat as Louder registers strikeout number 3. And quickly, North Carolina is coming back up to bat, up 2-0. Don't hold them. Well, yesterday, opening ceremonies in downtown Kirkland. All 10 teams marched out onto a field downtown. Got to mingle with each other while there was a celebrity softball game going on. And they all posed at one point around the infield together and a nice group picture taken. It's so fun to see the teams come out there all on that opening day. And big moment for them. There's the celebrity softball game. Wonder if we'll see any of those this week. Right in the shadow of the Google headquarters.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about all of the tournaments that I played in when I was younger and trying to think of, you know, the big strikeouts or some big home runs. But the thing I remember the most are like the opening ceremonies and what pins I got when I was trading with other teams and which pin was the coolest and how proud you are to represent your team and in this case your community. So the opening ceremonies is a very, very important part of any national tournament or any World Series.
Yeah, when you read the players' questionnaires, more often than not, they mention how much they're looking forward to meeting people from around the world, and getting to know other girls their same age from different cultures. Ava the Vacuum Steffman up to bat now.
Is that a government name?
It's a nickname.
All right.
It's because she's so good defensively. Nothing
Love
gets
it.
by her. Good at having discipline up at bat, too. 2-0.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Favorite subject, lunch.
Yeah, that's always a good subject to be a favorite in.
I mean,
favorite food is steak.
Yeah, you got to take your eating seriously, right?
She's a big Oklahoma softball fan. 3-0. Dozielova still up to bat and walks the second batter of the game. Steffman is on. North Carolina scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first.
Well, in that inning, it started with a leadoff walk. So back-to-back innings where Czech Republic issues that free pass, and you always circle that free pass and see if that walk kind of sparks a rally, and it did last inning.
Everly Junker up to bat for this North Carolina team. One of the most consistent hitters they've had in the postseason. She reached base every at-bat during their state tournament. Never got out. Taking the towel out of the back pocket. A lot of players keep things in their back pockets as superstitions, but you can't see them. Ball gets away from the catcher, and running down to second easily is Steffman. So North Carolina again threatening a 2-0 count and a runner at second. Dozielova in the circle for Czechia. So she's got her towel in her back pocket. Ball 4, 2-1 now for North Carolina. No outs. And Braylon Kirby up to bat now. Finally reaching a World Series after 4 attempts. She plays all over. Shortstop, center field, second base. She can pitch.
I might bunt here if I'm North Carolina, just kind of thinking about the situation. Kirby just taking the first strike, throwing this inning. I'm thinking about it.
Two and one. Kyle Turner, the manager for this North Carolina team. His daughter Kylie is the catcher. Nice pitch, good cut by Kirby, strike two. 2-2. Dozialova looking for her first strikeout of the game.
Right side ground ball would be perfect. See if she can move Steffman, who's in scoring position already at second base, move her over to third, 60 feet closer to another insurance run.
Steffman, the runner at second, Junker, the runner at first, Kirby, the batter. Gets that towards shortstop. Will they get anything? No. Skardova charged it, but just did not have a play. Good speed by Kirby. There were no options there. So the base is loaded. Abby Black up to bat right now with the bases loaded in front of her, no outs. Takes a strike. Black, the batter, is obviously on the same team as Addison Lauder, their pitcher, but she was the only player on her team to get a hit off of Lauder in the regular season. 2 strikes.
This is going to be a tough hole for Czech Republic to get out of, but Dozialova, she's got herself in the best spot that we've seen her have, getting ahead 0-2. She's been pitching from behind the majority of the game.
That's outside, good job by Struskova behind the plate. Any ball past the catcher's probably going to score a run. Count 1-2, no outs, bases loaded. Get right back to the pitcher, just throws home. They can't get the out. North Carolina scores another run, and the bases will remain loaded.
Oh, this is just so frustrating, and you feel for Dozialova in the circle here. This is a double play as a gift, and unfortunate for Czech Republic. The ball just gets away, the run scores, and Sam, that's what a bases loaded situation can do to a pitcher. You feel the pressure, and the most routine plays, well, now they're not routine because you're feeling where you're at in the inning. No outs, bases loaded, you have to be perfect. And just so unfortunate for Czech Republic there.
Yes, just could not get her balance, make that throw clean to home. Kylie Turner's up to bat now, bases still loaded. No outs, goes after that first pitch. North Carolina up 3-0 here in the bottom of the second in this 7-inning game. There's the 3 base runners. Turner's nickname is Jet. So obviously you can get down to first in a hurry. She drove in the first run in their championship game and goes after that pitch. 1-2, big swing.
That was a big swing. I love it. Getting yourself into a hitter's count. Until you have 2 strikes, why not swing like that?
Still no outs. Dozialova wanted the strike called there. 2-2, bases loaded, no outs. Gets by the catcher, but the runner stays. Ball sprang out the backstop.
Yeah, it is a shorter backstop here, and I'm sure that coaches and the teams have been talking about it, just making sure that if you're going to go for it with no outs, you have to be certain. It's a great situation. You don't want to run into an out, especially with that short backstop.
Counts full. Ball 4, that'll walk in a run. So North Carolina, 2 runs in their first 2 at bats, but no outs here in the bottom of the second. Dania Monroe will be the batter, but going to have a visit to the circle by Czechia.
Had 2 walks started this inning. There was a leadoff walk in the first inning, and so both of those free passes here in the second coming around to score already. Still no outs.
I know that Czechia having trouble with this North Carolina team.
You just think about the 2 runs that have been scored, the bases being loaded, and all of this happening with only 1 hit. And if I was a coach or a manager in the dugout for Czechia, I would go out and tell that information to my team, like, hey, all of this is happening because we're not helping ourselves. Only 1 hit. Let's force a team to beat us. Let's not help them.
So Milos Brozic, the manager for this team. So after a visit to the circle, let's see if this Czechia team can settle down and get 3 outs. No outs, bases still loaded. North Carolina scored 2 more runs here in the bottom of the second. Dania Monroe up to bat. Takes a strike. Monroe really chokes up on that bat.
Yeah, showed slap in that last pitch there. We'll see if she does that again. Yep.
Yeah. First slapper we've seen today.
Yep.
0-2. Monroe also can appear in the circle for this North Carolina team. It's that foul down the third base line. Future pilot. Dozialova looking for her first strikeout today and gets it. 1 down.
So the timeout worked for Czechia. First K of the day for Adela. Just right down the middle, just challenging up. And this is what I'm talking about. Force a team to beat you.
Now she's going to face top of the batting order. Rylan Langley back up to bat for North Carolina. Good stop by the catcher. Bases still loaded with 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Langley drew a walk to lead off the game. Another strike. 1-1. Throw down to third, not quite in time. 2 strikes now on Langley. Langley stays alive and the at-bat fouls that off. Again, North Carolina still has the bases loaded and only 1 out.
Second time through the lineup now for North Carolina.
Yeah, This top of the lineup for North Carolina scored the first 2 runs. And now the count is full. Again, bases are loaded.
Just missed it. That's a great spot though from Dolezalova. And tight on the hands, up and in, but look at Langley. She just missed that.
Did you blink? That ball came right at your face.
I was ready.
Langley continues to battle in the box. 3-2, the count remains. Base hit scores more runs for North Carolina. Fouls that down the right field line.
Langley, she's a tough customer. North Carolina is making Czechia work. Adela Dolezalova, she's well over 60 pitches, and we aren't even through the second inning here. This is the 11th pitch of the at-bat.
Total opposite of Louder, pitcher for North Carolina. That is outside, and another run comes in for North Carolina. So North Carolina leads 5-0 now. And Guzman, who reached on a fielder's choice, ended up scoring a run in the first inning, back up here in the second.
That's the 4th walk of this inning for Czechia. Oh, I like it. A little flag out in the outfield.
Another run comes in for North Carolina. Ball gets by the catcher, so North Carolina leads 6-0. Abby Black coming across the plate. Good heads up running.
No, you're good. Base coaches always do that.
Now the flag has to go back for another run being scored. I'm picking up on this. I think every time a run is scored, we'll see our friends.
Well, they're going to be busy the way this is looking.
From North Carolina. Out in the outfield. They're getting their steps in.
Two and 0 to Guzman. Wearing the number 10 here in the World Series. Normally wears number 14.
That's a live ball.
Counts 3-0. Bases right now. North Carolina has base runners at second and third.
Struskova for Czechia was trying to pick off Kylie Turner at third base and threw it right into Guzman, the batter.
Guzman taking all the way for the strike. Guzman crushes that to center field, hits the fence. 2 runs will score, and Guzman with a stand-up double off the fence.
Yeah, you can smile about that one a little bit because this ball was crushed. With all of the action that we've seen from North Carolina, this is without a doubt the best piece of hitting that we have seen here early in this ball game. Hitters count 3-1, just drives that off of the bottom of the wall. RBI double.
Got to meet her dad, Charles, and brother Sebastian before the game. I know they're pumped up right now. And Louder goes after that first pitch and fouls that deep down the left field line. Louder with home run power as well. Lauder's been so effective in the circle today for North Carolina. And there's 16 pitches. Takes a ball outside. Runner is Guzman's going to scamper down to third base, no problem. So North Carolina now with a runner at third, only one out, up 8-0.
This is the 9th batter that North Carolina has sent to the plate here in the second.
North Carolina representing the Southeast region. Czechia representing Europe and Africa. Lauder a little late on that, fouls it off. 2-2. Good eye from Lauder.
Oh, that was a good take. A lot of the pitches in this at bat have been on the outer half.
Lauder's favorite subject in school, math. So very analytical up there. Hits that into the hole. Lauder drives in a run and has her first hit of the World Series. And coming in was Guzman. So an RBI single for Addison Lauder. And North Carolina up 9-0.
I really like this 2-3 spot for North Carolina with Tiziana Guzman and Addison Lauder. I just feel like their swings are big, they're strong athletes. You could feel how hard those balls were hit. That RBI double followed up by the RBI single.
Murillo up to bat now. She had an RBI single in her first at bat. And again, we're just in the second inning. North Carolina's exploded for 7 runs here in the second to go along with their 2 runs from the first. It's 9-0. This is the opening game of pool play for both these teams. Play everybody in your pool once. Top 4 teams advance to bracket play later in the week. And Murillo hits that out into center field. Gone! Lindsay Murillo with the first home run of this World Series, and was so excited she tripped going around first. I hope she's okay. All right, good to see her laughing.
Like, there's so much built up to this Little League World Series. So when you do have your first home run for yourself, for your team, like, you're just gonna let all of the emotions show, and sometimes those emotions can cause you to fall down a little bit. But we'll start with the swing. That was an absolute just line drive, left center field. That ball left out of here in a hurry.
A 2-run home run for Lindsay Murillo. And North Carolina has surged ahead 11-0, and we may be seeing a change in the circle for Czechia. So Dozielova, her day in the circle for now is done. Nice hug. I love the 2 teammates hugging it out with the new pitcher coming in, and then it's a very close team. In fact, that's what the manager said about this team from Czechia. There's no one star on this team. They are collectively a very loving group. But we will see a change in the circle. And it'll be number 13 for them, which is Gadashova. Gotta say that right. Gadashova. Lola. So we'll see if she can be effective here, because North Carolina has just been so lethal.
And there was a lot of action in the first inning, and then how did North Carolina follow that up in the second inning? Well, they are coming up on their 11th batter of the inning. We've seen our friends and family from North Carolina out there just running back and forth, waving the flag every time a run has been scored. So they've done 11 laps.
So Mallard the duck, it's their mascot and their lucky duck. His name's actually Creek, but he is a mallard duck, and they keep him in the dugout. And a reminder to follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more available in the app stores for Apple and Android devices. Well, Creek's doing his job in the dugout. And we'll look at some of the North Carolina fans that have made the journey all the way out to Kirkland, Washington.
It is just smart to bring an umbrella when you're coming to visit Washington, whether it's raining or for some shade.
So are you saying I'm dumb?
You're going to use it.
Because I did not.
You didn't bring an umbrella, Sam?
And I walked in the rain today to the field.
You're just trying to feel something?
Well, at least the weather's nice.
The weather is gorgeous.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so North Carolina facing new pitcher for the first time. Ball one. And that is it right back up to the pitcher. Got her. Nice play by Gadashova. So 2 outs now.
Yeah, coming in after you're seeing all the chaos and the action, you've got to try and quiet it down for your team, just making a nice play. I like the idea from Sawyer Buff, trying to drop a drag, use her speed.
Lindley Knutson up to bat. North Carolina up a commanding 11-0 right now. And that actually hit her. So Knutson will head down to first. And North Carolina with another base runner on, with Ava Steffman coming up to bat, who drew a walk in her first at bat, ended up scoring a run.
So North Carolina has officially batted through the lineup here in the second.
And that is hit into left field, will advance the runner. So runners now at first and second. Steffman's first hit of the World Series.
Brings up the shortstop, number 7, Everly Yunker.
Still 2 outs. Everly Yunker, the shortstop, up to bat now, drew a walk and scored a run. Yunker, one of the stars on the team that advanced to the Southeast region at the Little League level last year in Warner Robins, now moving up.
I think that's so key to keep a group together.
It's so unusual too.
Yeah.
It's interesting though, because this year in this World Series, there's a lot of players on the American teams that played last year. We have some repeat teams that are back. Nice pitch, strike one.
Well, that's just such a good sign all the way around. That tells me that these teams and athletes are loving their Little League experience, and they're loving the time they're spending together, competing for something bigger and having a chance to participate and go to a World Series, represent your community.
Yeah, some of these players have been together since T-ball, and that is what makes Little League different, is that it's communities. So we're determining which community is the best in the world. They have to win their state tournament, then their region tournament. That's it, right back up the middle into center field. North Carolina will send the runner home. 12-0, good base running by North Carolina.
It's right back up the middle, a little inside out here. And how about Knutson? She's scoring all the way from second base. This ball is not deep in the outfield, but just using the speed, saying, throw me out. Chase me down.
Yeah, she wasn't going to stop. So North Carolina up 12-0 now. Grayling Kirby up to bat. Kirby got a single, scored a run in the first inning. Again, North Carolina's gone through the batting order. So a second inning, and everybody's coming up for the second time.
Yeah, they're really putting a dent in my scorebook here.
Yeah, need a lot of columns.
That's right.
North Carolina runners at first and second with 2 outs. Gets away from the catcher, runners will advance. Runners now second and third, and the count 3-1 to Kirby. Gajdashova into pitch for Czechia. Trying to get back up to bat. That goes behind the runner. And so that will walk that runner down to first base. Kirby draws the walk. And now the bases are loaded for North Carolina again with 2 outs.
I just feel like North Carolina is doing all of the really little things right. They're working the count, taking the right pitches, aggressive on the base paths.
Even defensively too so far. They just seem so fundamentally sound. Abby Black, also a competitive basketball player, up to bat for North Carolina. Bases loaded, 2 outs. It's the first game of pool play for both teams. So a team from Czechia will have another game today on this field. Throw down to third, not in time. Czechia team comes back in the last game of the day and will play the team from Puerto Rico. The 1-1 pitch. We'll make it 2-1. Now it's 3-1. Bases loaded, a walk would bring in another run. And that's what happens. So North Carolina scores another run by virtue of the walk, and the bases remain loaded with 2 outs here in the second.
It's just tough going right now for Czechia. That's the 6th walk. You add a hit by pitch, so 7 free passes in this inning alone, just in the second inning.
Jet Turner up to bat for North Carolina. Turner just got out of the way of that pitch. Turner drew a walk in her first at bat, ended up scoring one of the 13 runs.
Love that her favorite athlete is Reese Atwood. There's a lot of layers there, of course. Kylie is a catcher herself. This team being from North Carolina, Reese Atwood was the AUSL Rookie of the Year playing for the Carolina Blaze.
Sit right into center field, up the middle, and 2 runs will score from North Carolina as they are not slowing down. So a 2 RBI single for Kylie Turner.
North Carolina, the batter number 8, Bohemia.
Bottom of the lineup, they're just keeping this thing going. It's a nice piece of hitting from Turner, and then again, the aggressive base running from North Carolina. Kirby scoring all the way from second base without a throw home.
Courtesy runner at first base now for Mount Creek.
It's because there's 2 outs and Kylie Turner is the catcher. I love this rule in Little League where you can bring in the batter in front of her to run for Kylie Turner. I think we should have that at all levels. I love it. You also see that in international as well.
And you can do it for the pitcher as well.
Yeah.
Runners will advance. Dania Monroe, our slapper, up to bat for the 2nd time. Runners at 2nd and 3rd for North Carolina now, 2 outs. Dania, the final batter in the continuous batting order for North Carolina. Fouls that off, 1-1. Yeah, it's been fun this year seeing all the questionnaires, the players now having professional softball players to put down as their favorite players after the successful start to AUSL. That's it over to shortstop. Run will score. And Monroe is safely on. No play for Czechia.
That brings up the left fielder number 5, Ryan Langley.
So North Carolina back to the top of the order. This will be the 3rd at bat for Langley, and we're just in the 2nd inning. North Carolina up 16-0. Watch out. And it's going to get out of play down the left field line.
I want to see Langley run into one. She's walked twice, but all of her foul balls, her swing looks so good. She has a big swing. Feel the power behind it. Love the stance, like just good fundamentals. Just had to duck out of a couple of balls, dodging some balls at the plate.
It's a chopped foul. Two and two to Langley. Count full now, 3-2.
See if she gets a pitch to swing here, or it will be her 3rd walk of the day.
Held off on it, draws the walk.
I wanted her to swing. Should take the walk, though.
So Langley has walked in all 3 at bats. And the bases are loaded again. And it looks like Gajdashova is going to be done in the circle for Czechia. And they're going to bring in another pitcher. Dostalova, number 22, will be the next pitcher in the game. And we'll sort through that. North Carolina is up 16-0, 2 outs. Change in the circle for Czechia. North Carolina up 16-0. And a reminder that you can find Little League on Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok at the official handles at Little League. Don't forget to use hashtag LLWS.
Children's Hospital and our family first aid partner. We're dedicated to ensure the safety of our young athletes here at Ellis Park. Thank you, Seattle Children.
So Mariana Dostalova in the circle now, third pitcher that Czechia has used in this game. And Guzman will be the batter. Guzman with a 2 RBI double in her last at bat. And that was in this inning.
Yeah, these are the big bats coming to the plate here with Guzman at the plate. Louder behind her on deck.
Guzman hits that sharp into right field. Off the wall. North Carolina will score 2 more runs, make it 3, as they do not stop running. So 3 more RBIs for Guzman.
I'm so impressed already with the swing from Tiziana Guzman. It's so sweet. We saw that RBI double earlier in this inning. Yes, in this inning. It was to the left side of the field, and so this way she gets an outer half pitch and just goes with it. But look at her head down and how deep she sees that pitch and the power that Tiziana has at the plate. It's going to be fun to watch her this week.
Yeah, massive game so far for her. Back-to-back doubles. North Carolina up 19-0 here in the bottom of the second inning. Louder back up to bat. Hits that sharply to second base. Broshkova makes the play, and Czechia with a lot of ground to make up in this next at bat to keep this game going.
How about Lindsay Murillo with a 2-run shot? This was a very big inning, but this was the biggest highlight, the biggest swing for North Carolina. This team is up big, and there's a party at the plate.
Well, here in Kirkland, Washington, what a strong start for this North Carolina team. They are up 19-0 after 2, and if they can hold Czechia, they will win the game by virtue of the run rule, as they are the home team and would not need to come back up to bat. And North Carolina, with a big lead, they're going to make a change in the circle. Addison Lauder, just what a game she had with 16 pitches, 3 strikeouts. But they are going to now turn the ball over in the circle to number 2, Lindley Knutson.
Yeah, I was wondering if we were going to see a change in the circle, and I like the idea because you're up plenty, and this is a great opportunity to get another one of your pitchers some work and just kind of feel it a little bit, get the nerves out. We know without a doubt that Addison Lauder is the ace for North Carolina, but it's a very long week here at the Junior Little League World Series, and you have to have multiple arms ready to go. And so if you can get some touches early, I think that's just so huge.
Czechia still has not had a base runner on in this game. Lauder was so good at keeping them off the base path. And now Gajdashova up to bat. Takes a strike. Gajdashova, big snowboarder, something you can do in Czechia. Inside.
If you're Czech Republic, you're just hoping that you can get a couple more ABs for your squad. We've seen 6 hitters come to the plate. 2 quick 3 up, 3 down innings.
So 3-1. Gajdashova trying to become the first base runner on for Czechia. And she is. So the first time Czechia's had a base runner on in this game. Liskasova up to bat now for Czechia. Nice pitch.
Love to see Knutson just kind of get herself into a groove. A little bit out in front was Liskasova.
That is hit past third base. And so Czechia, a little rally here. Runners at first and second. As that was hit hard at Guzman. Took a bad bounce. And runners now first and second.
Yeah, just finding some little wins here with the first base runner, now the first hit. It's been a very one-sided game, and so it feels like it's time for the Czech Republic to show us a little bit.
Dolazova up to bat. North Carolina anticipating the runners going. They stayed. Dolazova voted most likely to go pro on this team. Saw her in the circle to start the game.
So the count will be 0-1 now.
0-1.
Yeah.
out in front of that. 0-2. And North Carolina trying to hold Czechia. If you're up by 15 or more at the end of 3.5, you can get a run rule win. This will be a good start to pool play.
Like that hack. 2 strikes, but still a big swing.
Dolizalova, 14 years old. Speaks English, little German. Two and two the count. Czechia with their first base runners on in the game. Runners at first and second, no outs. Two and two. Runner's going to third. And she's in there. Guzman did not hang on to the throw. Good aggressive base running by Czechia.
A little lucky there. I think if Guzman holds on to this ball, North Carolina's looking at it out.
She slid in, knocked the ball right out of that glove.
Yeah.
Dolizalova up to bat, runners in scoring position, second and third for Czechia. No outs. That is hit it short. They'll make the play to first, but the run scores for Czechia. So Czechia scores their first run of the World Series, and 1 out. Good play by Kirby at shortstop.
Yeah, that ball was hit hard from Dolizalova, and so for Kirby, the new shortstop, getting some action, making a good play, and at this point for North Carolina, you just want to get outs.
Kyle Turner, manager, is going to head out to the circle and talk to the North Carolina defense. They were up 19-0, now 19-1. And he's obviously trying to get this team off the field as quickly as possible.
I would just be telling my infield, hey, yes, there's a runner at third base, but she does not exist. We do not acknowledge her. We are focused on the hitter at the plate, and we are going to count our outs. That is where we're at right now. That is our defensive strategy.
So just 1 out, 1 out here for North Carolina. Binkova up to bat. Františka is her first name. It's her first ever trip to the United States. For a second, looked like she might bunt, pulled the bat back. Future actress. Big pancake eater.
Are you pancakes or French toast or waffles?
Pancakes all
Pancakes,
the way.
okay.
Yeah.
I'm French toast.
Okay.
We always have that argument in our family. Half of us are pancakes, the other half are waffles or French toast.
Well, it's just so much variety with pancakes. You know?
I guess, yeah, you can make fun shapes, and I guess
Different
you can do that
flavors.
with waffles too. Add fruit.
Runner at third for Czechia. Nice pitch.
Blown away. Love it. I would go right back to this spot. You can see where her catcher is set up, and she nails it.
Bohemia goes after another ball, gets past the catcher, and Czechia will score another run. So 19-2 now. Remember, the lead has to be 15 or more runs to get the run rule win. And Czechia has taken 2 off of the 19-run lead now. Difference is 17 now.
It's tough for Knudsen. You get the strikeout, but nothing to show for it.
Sharply hit to second, and good play getting the first. Steffman, that's why they call her the vacuum.
That was big time. She lays out for it. It's up the middle, and we're just wondering, can she get it out of her glove? Because it was an all-out effort, and she can feel the urgency of the base runner coming right at her. I've got to get this ball out of my glove. Yeah, that was a nice play.
That's Escardova up for Czechia, trying to keep this game going for her team. Runners at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. North Carolina trying to get the run rule win in their first pool play game. Knudsen trying to end the game here. Escardova helps coach a youth baseball team in her village. It's that right back up the middle. All they have to do is step on second. They do. So North Carolina gets the 3rd out, and that will end the game by virtue of a run rule. So North Carolina 19-2. And actually, it's going to be after 4.5 innings. So we still have some more softball to play. Did not know that. We'll be right back. So we are back, and we have some more softball to play. Thought that North Carolina was going to get out of here with the run rule win, and they still might, but we've got one more inning to play before that. These are 7-inning games, and the run rule, if you're up by 15 or more, would be after 3.5 full innings.
We got it now.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see a little bit more softball. Yeah, in the junior and the senior divisions, it's 15 after 4. Of course, only if the home team doesn't have to bat, it'll be 3.5, but got to play one more here.
It's Dostalova still in the circle for Czechia. About to face Lindsay Murillo. Murillo with the big home run in her last at bat.
Oh, what a day that she has had. She's in the 4 spot, so showing us the power, and her 3rd RBI of the day, had an RBI double, but then follows that up with the 2 home run shot. It was a little tripping situation at first base because of how excited she was when she hit that home run. But yeah, Sam, you and I watched 17 runs come across in that 2nd inning for North Carolina, but that was the big swing from Lindsay Murillo.
See if she's got another one in her. Facing Dostalova in the circle now. Murillo 2 for 2 in the game. Pitcher outside on that first pitch, 1-0. This game was delayed by 45 minutes or so because of rain this morning. Beautiful right now. Good pitch. Murillo's older sister also played in the Little League Seniors Tournament. Supposed to be a private investigator one day, the batter Murillo. Hits that down the left field line, and Murillo makes the turn and slips. And we'll have to get back to first. And when you're using the double base, sometimes those double bases can get slippery. The runner has to go to the orange base. Fielder has to touch the white base. And again, it was raining here earlier today. That base a little slippery as she made that turn. She's having trouble with it. Remember, she tripped after she rounded first in her home run. And talk to players about that, Kenzie, that there is an art to base running when you do have those double bases, or you can get tripped up.
Now when that ball gets to the outfield, that safety base or the orange base, the double first base, whatever you want to call it, it essentially goes away.
Foul ball, so Murillo will go back.
There's a play at first base that's being made when you're the batter runner. You want to touch the orange base, and as soon as you touch that orange base, well, that base goes away, and now you're coming back to the white base. So it's just that initial run down the line. There's a play at first to kind of keep a little bit of separation between the batter runner and the fielder.
And that white first base, it's got a lot of dirt on it.
We gotta clean that off a little bit. Yeah, there's a lot of dirt there. Well, that first base has seen a lot of action today from North Carolina.
Two and one the count to Sawyer Buff. Buff swings, hits it to first, goes off first baseman's glove, and the runners will be safe. First and second now, runners for North Carolina.
It's just been one of those days for North Carolina. Every bounce has gone their way.
The batting box, number 2, pitcher, Lindley Knudsen.
Knudsen got hit by a pitch in her last at bat. ripped through the hole on the left side of the infield. And North Carolina now with the bases loaded.
How many times have we seen this situation today? Just in 3 innings for North Carolina, it seems like every time you look up, the bases are loaded.
Delizalova makes the throw over to first, but a run scores for North Carolina. They get the out, but another insurance run for this North Carolina team puts them up 20-2.
Number 7, the Twins shortstop. This is Everly Junker.
Everly Junker up to bat now. Runners at second and third. Gets past the catcher. They're going to bring the runner home. And in to score for North Carolina is Sawyer Buff. 21-2. So North Carolina's scored in every at bat so far. Junker stays up.
So with how much that North Carolina has been scoring, every run that's been scored, our friends from North Carolina have been running foul poles, essentially waving their team flag. But because North Carolina has scored so much, I think it might have broken the flag.
Yep, heading down to first.
Yeah, they're having an issue. There's been too much offense.
Yeah, Junker down to first.
And this is day 1, game 1. This flag is hoping to be waved a lot more, but man, 21 times that.
Yeah, they're out of energy.
We've been running back and forth. He's like, does it work? My team's not done scoring. I need it to be in full capacity so I can run it back. Here's another run.
Under the tag, safe. Good slide by Knutson. North Carolina just pouring it on, 21-2. Kirby, the batter, walked in her last at bat, got a single, hits that one sharp into left field, will drive in another North Carolina run. As coming in to score is Junker. And a nice clean single by Kirby, just ripped that.
Gets herself into a hitter's count, 2-0. And this is when you can let it rip as a hitter. You get yourself in that comfortable 2-1, 2-0 count. Like, let's get our swing off.
And we're going to have another change in the circle for Czechia. As it is 23-2 now here in the bottom of the third. And we will step aside for the moment as they make the change in the circle. Well, Liskasova is going to be in the circle for this Czechia team. And they have struggled against the North Carolina offense today. And North Carolina's offense not done. Abby Black getting ready to step into the batter's box with a 23-2 lead. Throw down to first, not in time. One out. North Carolina putting up 4 more runs so far here in the bottom of the third. Good job by the catcher. Struskova back there behind the plate did a good job to stop that ball. 3-0 the count. Kosova, first batter she's faced. And a walk drawn by Black, her second walk of the day. We've got 2 fields going on at the same time in this opening day of pool play. Just had a big home run over there on field 2. Jet Turner back up to bat for North Carolina. Had a 2 RBI single in her last at bat.
It's fun when we're, between games, you can hear the energy and the cheers from the other field, and I'm always like, did something happen?
Yeah, that was a big cheer.
Yeah.
Kirby got down to second base. Turner the batter.
Favorite movie, The Parent Trap? That is one of my favorites of all time.
Classic.
The Lindsay Lohan version.
There's lifted to center field. Nice catch out in center by Zihova. And 2 outs.
Coming to court now for Southeast, number 8,
Dania Monroe coming up to bat now for North Carolina. Outside for the ball. Throw down to first after the swing and miss by Monroe.
Czechia, they're working it defensively.
Yeah, they are really concerned Black's going to steal second.
Like, we see an out, we're trying to get it.
Yeah, there is a runner on second as well. Throw down to
Love
second.
it.
Yeah. Struskova behind the plate, keeping everybody close. 3-1 the count. And that is fouled. Count will go full with 2 outs. North Carolina, they can hold Czechia in their next at bat, could win this game by virtue of the run rule. Strike three. So the game will come down to this next at bat for Czechia, as North Carolina after three is up 23-2. That's a good spot to watch some softball today out in a dead center field. That's where they are, under that tree. 23-2 right now, North Carolina out in front as we head to the top of the fourth inning.
Such a beautiful backdrop here in Kirkland. That's where I would be hanging out, no doubt.
Yeah, that's my spot. I agree. So Knutson stays in the circle for North Carolina. Let's see, look at the view over toward the first base line.
Oh, it's just so gorgeous.
Big clouds.
Yeah, those clouds can stay over there. We'll just look at them. They look a little dark and mysterious. But the weather could not be any better. And just so excited to be back here for my second season. Was with you last year, and it was kind of the same thing. Beautiful weather, great softball. It's a great week here in Kirkland.
Leading things off for Czechia, number 8, Nicole Jehovah.
Jehovah up to bat, trying to get the rally started here for this Czechia team. A lot of these players making their first trips to the United States. Two and 0 the count. Knutson not getting the strike called there. That's going to go foul. See Louder now playing third base. That was Guzman for most of this game. First time we've seen a change at third base. Louder started the game out in the circle, just untouchable. Only faced 6 batters, 6 straight outs.
I guarantee you that Louder threw more pitches in her warm-up than she did in the game.
Agree. That's nicely hit into deep left. And Czechia Jehovah is safely on second base with a double. The bat's starting to come to life a little bit.
Without a doubt, the best at bat that we've seen from Czechia, and it comes from the last batter in this lineup. Really nice piece of hitting. You could see where North Carolina was playing a little shallow out there in left field, but that ball was smoked.
Yeah, Chihova up on second base now. We go back to the top of the batting order. This is just the second time Struskova has come up to bat. She's the leadoff batter, struck out to start the game. And that is hit into right field, and Czechia should score off of that, and they do. So the RBI single by Struskova, and Czechia down 23-3.
2 pitches, 1 run. Some good softball math right there for Czechia. They'll take it.
So again, North Carolina trying to lock down this game. If they can stay 15 or more ahead, they can win the game after the third out here. If there's no outs, and Czechia's just scored a run, runner on first. Ustiova up to bat now for Czechia, struck out in her first at bat. That was against Lauder. Strike on the inside corner.
About where Czechia is in their lineup. This is just the second at bat for the top of the lineup. On the other side for North Carolina, they've already had 3 in this game, 3 at bats.
Runner's going down to second after the swing and miss. Ball gets in the outfield, but the runner, Struskova, will stay at second. Another runner in scoring position though for Czechia. 1-2 the count. Ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off. Count stays the same. Ustiova up to bat. Struck out in her first at bat against Lauder. Hits that over second base. Another run will score for Czechia. And the bat suddenly waking up for Czechia here in the top of the 4th.
Just 3 solid swings to start off this inning for Czechia. A little inside out, goes down to get it, but right center.
Quarter above the batter now, lefty. Big, came up big in the tournament in Italy to qualify for this World Series. She was one of their star players. A little a loose softball from the bullpen down there.
It looks like North Carolina has some action. Just getting a little loose, just in case.
Again, North Carolina just needs to hold Czechia here. They can't let them get within 15 runs, and they can win the game. And Czechia has now scored 2 runs in their last 2 at-bats. It's still up to bat here. That's hit sharply to second. Bad hop into center field. Stefan could not make the play at second. And so the rally continues for Czechia. No outs and 2 on.
Well, when you hit it hard, good things will happen. And that's exactly what Czechia is doing in this inning. Every swing that they have put on a pitch from Knutson has been something hard hit.
Dostalova up to bat now. Goes after that first pitch, strike one, runners at first and second, no outs. Home plate umpire Christopher Work cleaning off home plate. In the dirt, ball. Nice pitch.
When down in the zone, you could see how far out in front Dostalova was. That's a big swing on a pitch that's nowhere near the strike zone.
That gets by the catcher. Runners will advance to second and third. Still no outs. Count is 2-2. Knutson looking for her first strikeout.
Ooh, I don't know where that missed. Should have been strike three. And that's an out that Knutson needs.
Yeah, big time. Count's full now. Runners at second and third. Dostalova staying alive in the batter's box. And now draws the walk, bases loaded.
That was a great at-bat.
No outs. We're in the top of the fourth. Steffman coming in to talk to Knutson, the pitcher.
Now if you're North Carolina, I'm kind of looking over at the dugout, looking in the bullpen. Do you start to think about making a move? You want to make sure you don't mess around too much. You've got quite the lead, but you've got to protect it.
There's a strike. Boshkova, the batter.
You know, the rule of thumb in our sport when you do have that run rule in play is you keep it. You have that run rule, you don't let that run rule get away from you.
She got way ahead of that. Throw's going to go to home, and they get the force at home. Good heads-up play by Addison Louder at third base. Got that lead runner.
Got to find that first out somewhere, and it comes with the bases loaded. Louder, not the everyday third baseman for North Carolina, but just making it happen. You get the out, and bonus, you keep a run off the board.
So one down now, and the bases remain loaded. Went around, Markowska. Strike one. Used to be a dentist or a pro softball player. I like those two career choices. That stays fair.
Let's get the out at first.
Safe.
It's too slow. That play is slow developing. You've got to read that as a first baseman.
So They don't get the second out, and Czechia scores a run.
Your only play here is to turn it and lead your second baseman or get the tag right there in front of you.
So Czechia rallying now. 3 runs have scored. Bases stay loaded with 1 out. Radishova, the batter.
I mean, no matter how this game ends, this is huge for Czechia. You think about how this game started. It was so one-sided. This has been a very long game, even though we are just here in the 4th inning. Our game started, what, just a couple of minutes after 11?
Yeah,
so you're
11,
looking
15.
at 2 hours to play 4 innings.
This Czechia team will come back and play Puerto Rico in the last game of the day on this field today.
Yeah, so you're starting this game in a hole, but finishing it strong. And so I'm sure that after this game, no matter how it finishes, they'll be pulling from this inning, from last inning, all of these positive at-bats, saying, okay, we've got our swings in, we've got our nerves out. How can we build on our last couple of at-bats and how hard we were hitting the balls and taking the right pitches?
Set right back up to first, or to the pitcher. They do make the play at first. 2 outs. Another run does score, though, for Czechia. So it's 23-6 now. The 17-run lead for North Carolina. But they are 1 out away from the win. There's Kosova up to bat, trying to keep this game going for Czechia. Base runners are at 2nd and 3rd. Runs coming home. Another run comes home. And North Carolina is dangerously close to not being able to finish this with a run rule win without an at-bat. So it is now a 15-run lead for North Carolina. And in order for this game to end, they've got to keep it at 15 or more. They will get another at-bat if they need to have that at bat.
Yeah, they are a home team, so you have a little bit of an advantage there, but I'm telling you, it's why we're seeing the defensive huddle. You want to wrap this game up. You have a win right there in front of you. How can you get this last out?
Kyle Turner, the manager, talking to Knutson, the pitcher, and the rest of the defense. They are 1 out away from the win. But they have allowed Czechia to score 6 runs here in the top of the 4th.
What a strange game.
Yeah.
To open this thing up for us. This is game 1, day 1. Of course, North Carolina, you want that first win. You want to start on the right side of things and feel good, but it just kind of feels lopsided the way this game started, the way that this game is trending to finish.
So Kosova will be up to bat with 2 outs, no more base runners on, and a chance to keep the game going.
I will say that is what allows maybe any pitcher to have a little bit of a reset.
That's it to second base, and that will do it. But Czechia showing some life toward the end of the game. They were able to battle back and get to a 15-run lead, and that will end the game as North Carolina will win this game by virtue of the run rule. And if Addison Louder had stayed in the circle, who knows what would have happened. as she was dominating the game when she came out.
Well, I'm expecting to see big things the rest of this week from Addison Louder. We only got to see her for 2 innings because she was so dominant. She was so dominant, and her team offensively had her back, and so coaching staff for North Carolina making the decision to save her a little bit and get the rest of the team involved. But without a doubt, the ace of a North Carolina team that obviously has a ton of offense. So a really great first start for North Carolina.
So North Carolina 1-0 in pool play. Remember, you play everybody in your pool 1 time, and the top 4 teams will advance into bracket play. So both teams still in good shape after the first game. North Carolina just in a little bit better shape. We'll see the Czechia team on this field later this afternoon. And for all of us here in Kirkland, I'm Sam Dorr saying thanks for watching this first game of pool play. And when the second game starts, we will be back.